Hey guys, welcome back to Building Hoth and Lego. It may sound a little bit different in this video because it's currently kind of early in the morning right now, so I might sound a little bit different starting out this video, but not to bother. So this is part 6 of Building Hoth, and today the plan is pretty much getting this base plate done, possibly getting into that base plate, but I'm not going to promise anything. But we're almost done with the mock, really. I mean, there's really maybe a base plate worth left of stuff to do. So yeah, I've got to build around these 3 feet. This one's pretty built around. I just got to put some loose pieces or loose parts rather around the foot. Really build around these feet and pretty much do the same thing. And then of course extend the terrain out. Build around the ATST a little bit more, which that's pretty much built around it, but again, I got to put some loose parts around it probably to make it look more embedded into the ground. I am probably going to be utilizing these kind of like the slope technique a little bit more, going through to the back of the mock, and then also, of course, continuing this kind of thing going on with like the plates and stuff like that to kind of create a differential into the terrain. So this mock should be looking like it's coming. Actually, it already looks like it's coming together with half the AT into the mock already. This mock should look almost complete actually with the AT fully into the mock once we have this pretty much into the mock. You know, ready to go. Of course, I've got this end piece here, which I've talked many times of what's gonna go here, but yep, communications base for the rebels, and then maybe like a turret base or something over here. Yeah, without me rambling on and all that, I've pretty much in the previous videos have explained exactly what's going to happen. I don't really need to do it again, so I guess without further ado, we'll go ahead and get on to building, get this section done, and then I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about that after I build that, and I possibly may get onto this, but I'm not sure. We'll see, but either way, we're almost done with this mock. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to the time lapse. Okay guys, so kind of a change of plan. I decided to actually add on kind of the rest of the base plate on off camera because I got to thinking as I was building, it's kind of the same thing as this really, and I've been time-lapsing this for what, 3 parts now? It's kind of the same thing, and I was thinking, is it really necessary to record myself building literally the same thing as all of this over again? So I decided I wasn't going to time-lapse it. I was actually just going to build it off camera, and I actually built a lot faster off camera, believe it or not, which is surprising, and I don't really know why. But yeah, I mean, I decided not to do a time-lapse because of really that reason right there. I just don't think you guys would find it all that interesting, especially with the last 3 parts being the same exact thing that I've been building. Just over and over and over again. It'd get really repetitive. I don't think it'd really be good for the series if I did another time-lapse of that. However, I will probably do another time-lapse of this area, and then me building the actual communications base. Alright, so the newest additions, basically the same thing as this. Once again, it's basically the same thing. It's just I pretty much took this, extended it out, built around the feet. You guys can see what I exactly added in. I did use more of those ice cream pieces to put around the feet. To make it, you know, pretty much that loose part element to make it look like it's really just kind of crunched up in the ground a little bit. And I did the same thing around the down ATST as well. I didn't add loose parts around this because I gotta wait for the black border to come in around here. I actually did a miscalculation to where this foot is actually supposed to be up 1 stud, and I didn't realize that until I actually got to this point right here. And I was like, oh crap, well, I guess I gotta wait for the black border to, you know, put those loose parts in there and stuff like that to kind of keep all of that intact. So that's not done yet. So technically this base plate's not finished yet, but it's pretty much finished. I mean, all I gotta do is add some loose parts to that and then do some black border around this area, but I'm gonna wait to do that until the entire mock is finished. So that's what it's looking like now, but I mean, the mock is, I mean, it's coming together. I mean, this thing is starting to look almost finished, really. I'm really digging the look of this, especially with the AT pretty much fully into the mock now. It's really pulling everything together. I think the only thing else I'm going to do is I may add some more snow troopers maybe hunkered down behind this ATST to kind of make it look more of a dramatic scene. And then I might have some more like dead snow troopers on the battlefield, because there's no dead snow troopers on the battlefield right now. I feel like there'd be a couple of them at least injured or something. I do have to add more rebels into the trench, so that's something else I need to do. And I also need to finish the trench floor, and then pretty much take this terrain over here and then just bring it over. However, this terrain's gonna be slightly different. It's gonna be kind of like this little chunk here, where it's basically all tile. There's not really too much studs and slopes and stuff like that going on here. It's gonna be kind of just more flat, to make it seem like the battle hasn't really reached to this point yet. I mean, if you look over here, I mean, you've got the down snow speeder, you've got all these little stud patches, you got all these slopes, just random studs into the ground, you've got the down ATST. And then if you look over here, at least in this kind of section here, it's mainly flat. There's not really too much going on with the terrain. It's kind of going to be the same thing over here. Of course, the Rebel communications base, and then kind of a turret thing. I might do like a small, or possibly a smaller trench back here in this corner. Just another element to add to the Rebel side. And then over the Rebel communications base, I'm going to have another snow speeder flying over. You're going to have two snow speeders kind of charging out the AT-AT. But yeah, guys, I know there's no time lapse, but I'm extremely happy with what I've gotten done with. Finally got this base plate done, and we're actually not going to go from this direction over anymore. Like, this is finished. So now we're going to be backtracking essentially and building from here over. So this is going to be very fun. It's going to be a different kind of change of pace, really. The fact that I'm now going the other direction, and I've just got this pretty much sliver of the mock left to do. There's not really a whole lot left. There's not a whole lot left, but at the same time, there's a lot left, if that makes any sense. So pretty much this base, or this half of base plate here, is probably going to be, I wouldn't say the hardest, but the most to add on to, because I'm not just extending the terrain out like I've been doing the last, what, 4 parts, or 4 or 5 parts. I'm actually, you know, building on top of it. I'm building an actual structure. I'm doing like this kind of turret base thing over here. I'm going to have the snow speeder flying over. So there's actually going to be a lot added in to this last little section here. But there's going to be about one more video, maybe 2 more videos left to this series, but we are getting into the end game here. We are getting very, very close to the finale. I know that. So it's either going to be 1 more video, 2 more videos, depends on really how much I can add onto this area in a certain amount of time frame. So anyways, that's going to end this video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. It's Brick Productions, signing off.